Good morning, my name's Anne, I'm from Ditsy Pips, and this morning I'm going to show you how to make a half double crochet stitch into a starting chain. That's a half double crochet stitch if you're using US terminology, or a half treble crochet stitch if you're using UK terminology. I'm going to do it in this lovely blue colour because it's nice and cheerful this morning. Now, first off, I'm going to show you something about the chain. So here we have a starting chain that I've already made. And if you can see, this is the front of the chain. And what you have is what looks like a series of interlocking V's that run down here. Can you see those? So there's one there, there's one just here, another one down here. This is the front of the chain. It's nice and flat and you've got this interlocking V's. If you flip your chain over, and you see there's a third row of bumps that runs down the middle of the starting chain at the back here. That third row of bumps, that shows you that's the back of your chain, and the front of your chain is completely flat. Now, when you're making stitches into a starting chain, a pattern will tell you which chain you have to start working into. In this instance, we're going to start working into the third chain from the hook. That means we're going to skip the first two chain stitches. The loop that's on your hook never counts as a stitch, so you don't count this one at all. So our first chain is just here. Now, I find the easiest way to count the chains is to count the bumps that run across the top. So you're effectively counting one half of the V. So there's one here, there's one there, that's number 2. This one here is number 3. This one here is number 4 and 5 and so on. So we're going to skip number 1, we're going to skip number 2, and we're going to start working into number 3, which is just here. Let's put this through my fingers. Now, to start making a half double crochet stitch, we're going to start off by doing a yarn over, exactly the same as you would do if you're making a chain. So you come round from the front underneath your yarn and grab it from the top there. So you come round in front of the yarn and underneath, grab it over the top. Now, if you were going to make a chain, what you would do at this stage is you would pull this through the loop that's on your hook. But we're not going to do that. What we're going to do instead is insert the tip of your hook into the third chain. So miss that one, we're in here, chain number 3. And we want to put the tip of the hook under, so we're picking up just the top loop of that V. So you go straight in and down and pick up that top loop. What that does is it gives you 3 loops on your hook, like that. Now we're going to do another yarn over. So round, underneath, grab it, and we're going to pull through just the first loop that's on your hook. So pull through just that one there. And then you can see we still have 1, 2, 3 loops on your hook. At this stage, you'll probably find it really helpful if your pinch is right underneath that first loop there. Can you see, by pinching there, you can make that first and second loop a little larger, and that makes it much easier to do the final stage of the stitch. To make the final stage of the stitch, all we do is another yarn over, and now we're going to pull this back through all 3 loops that are on the hook. So we go 1, 2, 3, and there's your half double crochet stitch. Let's do another one. So we're going to go yarn over. You might find at this stage it helps to put your index finger over the top of your yarn over there, just to hold it onto your hook so that it doesn't fall off while you're finding the next chain. Now, can you see we've got a loop here? This is the chain that you've just worked into. It's created sort of a hole on the side there. So you're going to ignore that and we're going to find the next chain along, which is just here. It's this bump just here. So we're going to insert our hook under that loop and yarn over and pull it back through that first loop on your hook. There you go, 3 loops on your hook. And we're going to yarn over again and pull through all 3. Now you can take them off one at a time if you want. So you go through 1 and then number 2 and then number 3. It doesn't matter whether you take them all off in one movement or whether you take them off one at a time. It works just as well both ways. So we're going to go round underneath the yarn, stretch over the top, pop your finger on it. Find the next stitch along. So this big one here, this is the one that we've just worked into. We're going to work into the next one, which is just here. So insert your hook underneath that top one. That gives you 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull back through just that first loop. And there you have 3 loops on your hook. Don't forget to move your pinch just underneath those first 2 loops. And you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And that was half double crochet stitch number 3. So on to the next one. There's the one you've just worked into. Here's the next one along. Yarn over. Insert your hook. Yarn over. Pull back through the first loop on your hook. There you have 3. Move your pinch, yarn over, pull through all 3. There we go. Yarn over. Put your index finger on the top. Find the next chain along. Into the chain. Yarn, that gives you 3 loops, like that. Yarn over, pull back through. Still got 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Now we can see the row starting to build up here. So I'm going to do a couple more stitches so that you can see what the row looks like when it's together. Yarn over, into the chain, yarn over, back out of the chain. 3 loops, yarn over, through all 3. Yarn over, into the chain, yarn over, back out of the chain, yarn over, through all 3. One last stitch, yarn over, into the chain, yarn over, back out of the chain, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, through all 3. And there you see, you have your half double crochet stitches. Thank you for watching. Bye.